questions for Coach, please utilize the raise your hand feature to get your question in the queue. With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach McDowell with Prairie View A&M. Coach, first and foremost, thank you so much for your patience. I know we're a few minutes behind schedule, but do want to thank you for your time. If you could please start us out with an opening statement, just previewing your upcoming matchup with Florida A&M.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, we just again we're ready to go down to FAM and play a really good football team. And they have shown to be a good football team all year long, and rightfully so. I mean, you hear Coach Simmons talk about it in his preparation, getting these guys ready to go, keeping them ready to go, and try to get out there and win a game, a SWAC championship. And we're doing the exact same thing here. So we coming in off the break, guys were high energy and ready to go. And as I told them, let's go out this week and put together some good practices, that will lead into the weekend, and hopefully go down to get ready to go to FAM and play a really good football team and hopefully come out with a win.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Charles Bishop.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey, Charles. What's up, buddy?
Hey, obviously 3-game win streak since you last played FAMU. And probably the more obvious question is, what has been the catalyst for change? Or was there a quote-unquote come-to-Jesus meeting where you guys just sort of figured things out?
Yeah, we still having those come-to-Jesus meeting. We have it every day. We have it every day. We're still trying to figure it out. The ball has bounced in our favor. Coach Simmons talked about us taking advantage of turnovers, and we've done that. And we preach that to the guys, daily. About when the opportunity presents itself. Be it that we have to be able to score when we're in position to score, make it happen. When we're in position to stop the guys from getting first down, be in position to do that. Special teams, all that, and as well as turnovers. Again, as good as he said, good teams, they take advantage of turnovers of other teams, and that's what we're about. And we've been doing that going down the stretch, and just. More important, just having them understand that this is where we are right now as a team, knowing that we hadn't been there, but we're peaking at the right time, and we just got to continue to stay on that same path. Again, going against a good football team, we got to go in there with all guns, all cylinders, as the young bucks say, and put it together to in order for us to win this game.
A quick follow-up. We talked back when training camp opened, and you said the message going into this season was to finish. You felt like you were close a lot of times in 2022. But is there an addendum to that theme of finish going into this game?
Yeah, I mean, that's been our motto, from start when we had a close one against TSU, and we showed that we can finish it. We beat them, in the last minute, draw the ball down where we need to get into field goal range, and won that game. And of course, going forward, still, other teams we didn't finish, or then, as you said, got back on a winning streak, 3-game winning streak. And again, that's been preached, been talked about, on a daily basis, and again, in order for us to be as good as we want to be and capable of being, we got to finish drives. We got to finish third downs, get off the field, and we got to pin them deep. When on special teams, or vice versa. When the ball's kicked off to us, we got to finish that block to get our guys, in good field position. So it's been finishing. This has been our motto all year long, and again, we're picking at the right time. So that's always a good thing.
Sure thing. Appreciate that, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Next question goes to Dr. Cavill.
It's Kenyatta Cavill, Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Good morning, Coach McDowell.
What's up, Doc?
Doing well. Back in 2021, obviously, Prairie View played for the SWAC Championship Game. That time you headed on the road to Jackson. You were not the head coach, but an integral part of the staff. And then last year, just a game away. Is there anything you gleaned from that experience that helps you prepare this group of guys as the head guy going back into Tallahassee for a championship game?
Oh yeah, a lot. Again, just finishing out finishing what we started, again, and I always tell guys try not to look back, but certain situations you have to look back, Valley game last year, and again that SWAC championship game against Jackson. And again, you have to look back and see things that you did wrong and and bring it to their attention, and like, hey, you know what, we can't do this, you guys have to be able to do the things that's gonna, help you win this game and to go back and let them know, hey, this is what you didn't do, that you should have done. You can't do it against a good team like this going into a SWAC championship game, and you got to be, ready to play, championship football. So in order for us to do that, to play championship football, cut down on mistakes, and again, as we said earlier, alluded to earlier, finish every play, as if it's your last play, and in order to do that, you got to get it ready, throughout the week, because I always tell them that, hey, whatever we do in practice, it's going to carry over to game time. So we put together a good game plan, good practice throughout this week, and we finishing plays out here on the turf. Those things going to carry over into the game on Saturday.
Follow-up question: you talk about practice this week. It's my understanding they're supposed to be inclement weather potentially in Tallahassee, including rain. Is there anything that you do in the preparation this week to expose kids to potentially playing in that inclement and rainy weather?
No, again, we've been pretty chilly here. I mean, throughout the week, and again, I guess the only difference again is just the rain with the ball being wet. We'll do some things starting tomorrow to get our quarterback, wide receivers ready for that as well. So again, they got to know. I mean, again, no matter what the weather is, again, they got to go in with the mentality that, they got to go out and play football, 4 quarters of football, no matter what the conditions are. Because, again, I guarantee you, family's not worried about that. They're going out. They're going to be ready to go. And as I tell them, you guys got to be ready to go. You got to match their energy or be better than, your energy has to be better than theirs in order for us, to have a chance to win in this game. We can't go back down in Tallahassee and put up a performance that we put up last time.
Thank you, Coach. Look forward to the matchup and good luck.
You're welcome, Doc.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Morning, Coach. I hope you and everybody at Prairie View are well. Talk a little bit about your quarterback play, Trayvon Conley and his development, and that gentleman. When you look at him as a player, what are you seeing from him?
Maturity. And again, that's, again, it's at the right time. Again, we talk about it all the time about things that, offensively that we leave out there that, potentially could help us be in games throughout the whole year. But for some reason, we missed those plays, we missed those marks. So, seeing him, develop, getting better as a quarterback, as a leader, going down to this home stretch, to help us, win games, to get to this position we are right now. And again, that's a mark of a leader, and that's what we've been waiting on. And, as I told him, you just got to go out and continue to play football the way that you're capable of playing, putting up stats, putting up numbers. And again, you're that guy. So you got to go out there and show guys that you are that guy. Not only your teammates who believe it, but America. People are going to be watching you. You're going to be getting looked at by NFL teams across the country, Canadian teams. And I told them, and again, I put those pressure on these guys because I want them to go out there and perform. Again, they always talk about, what they need to do to get looked at. And as I tell them, these are the type of games that, you need to go out there, shine and perform if you want to be that next guy, to be looked at to get to that next level. And, and he's been doing that down the stretch. And again, more importantly, he's taken on more so of that leadership role, getting guys ready to go, telling them what they're doing wrong, what they should be doing and what they're not doing to help the team out, be it just small things like, just talking too much, when we're trying to go over a play. And, to see that, is showing the maturity that I've been looking for in that young man all year long.
Hey, Coach, you are a Prairie View, Texas man, but you grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
And you're bringing your football team back down to Tallahassee on Saturday. Just talk about the atmosphere and going in and just being able to play a football game, the SWAC championship on Florida soil.
Yeah, we're blessed. I mean, no doubt about it. We're definitely blessed to be in this position to go against a really good team. You know, everybody know. I mean, he'll tell you. I'm a big Willie Simmons fan, man, from day one when Coach Robinson brought him in here. I know what kind of success he's had at on this level, just the football level itself. And to be able to go down there and play again against this team, is an honor. And like I told guys, now we just got to go down there, and play better football than we played last time, man, because the atmosphere is going to probably be greater, more exciting, more energy than it were for their homecoming weekend that weekend. So we got to be up to challenge. The challenge is on us. We got to go in there and disperse that energy, for 4 quarters of football, man. And I think they definitely started that yesterday when they got back and got out there on the field and showed that they were ready to go. So again, it's gonna be a great atmosphere for college football. 2 teams, that have deserve to be there. Again, just gonna go out there. We just got to go out there and give you guys a show. And as he said earlier, and we've been saying all year long, the team that goes out there and play 4 quarters of football is going to be the team that's going to win this game.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed week.
Thank you, sir.
Next question goes to Lionel Mosby.
Hey, good morning, Coach Bubba. This is Lionel with the PV versus Everybody podcast.
So, Lionel.
It's been over a month since the last loss, right? Obviously, that was against this FAMU team. So the team has gone on, won 3 in a row, 3 huge games, obviously, to get in the SWAC championship game. And I know Coach Simmons mentioned a little bit earlier about the team being, very opportunistic. But what does the team have to do to not just simply take advantage of opportunities, but go out and create their own opportunities in order to win this game?
I mean, just do what they're taught to do and what they're capable of doing. And again, we could have been in a lot of football games throughout the course of the year. But again, when you don't do what you're asked to do, as Coach said earlier, filling those gaps defensively, boom, touchdown, not tackling, which we was not good at, early in the year. That's a big factor. Again, offensively, taking advantage of the plays that you're supposed to make, and when the plays are there, you just got to make them. I tell guys all the time, I challenge guys all the time, you got to offensively, defensively, you got to make plays that, people don't think you can make, whether it's that great catch, what is that, that great run, that great cut, hitting that gap, bursting through to get that sack or getting an INT, whether you're taking it for a pick 6 or again, just, stopping them for that all-important 3rd down possession. So you got to go out and do your job. And if they do that, again, we're fine. I mean, when we do it, we're one of the best at it, and as well as I know, you guys been around football a long time, is how we get them to do that for 4 quarters of football, play after play.
I got you. Just a follow-up question. PV has been very competitive since the turn of the century. Obviously, we talk about the last 2 decades having the best winning percentage in the SWAC against SWAC competition, but even though they've seen a level of success, obviously only got over the hump to win the SWAC championship in 2009. What would it mean for you as a second-year head coach with a program that has seen a level of success, but what would it mean for you to help this team to get over this next hump in front of you and win SWAC championship?
It would mean a lot because again, I've been here 13 years, and again, we've been in situations where we, should have been in SWAC championship. Even when Coach Simmons was here, didn't happen. Been 1 game away, boom. Then went to SWAC championship in Jackson. I thought we had a chance to win it. Of course, it didn't happen. And then last year, we go back to last year with Valley. We got too big-headed, went down the Valley. It didn't happen. So, and I throw all that back on these guys like, man, when you have the opportunity to take care of business, we got to be able to do that, and it will be, again, such an honor to do it because we've been there so many times and then just fell short, and I remind guys of that, the past, and those that wasn't here, remind them of where we've been and where we came from and where we at right now, and just taking advantage of the opportunity. But again, you gotta, in order to do that, you gotta be able to play 4 quarters of football, man, against a really good football team, and again, that team that go out and play, the hardest, the fastest, and do what is taught and do what is asked of them. It's going to be a team that win the game. And like I said, they have a great opportunity to start their legacy here at Prairie View, which is what we talk about all the time. And they're going to be ready. I think they're ready to go, man. Like I said, it's just about them going out and taking care of business and doing what they're capable of doing, for 4 quarters of football. Least mistakes, making tackles, making plays, and, give us a chance to win this game.
Thank you again so much, Coach Bubba, for answering me, and much success on this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll try to get 3 more questions in. First one goes to Dwayne Nash.
Good morning, Coach. Dwayne Nash from the HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. How are you this morning?
Good, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. When the season started, not many people outside of Texas expected you guys to be here, with you guys being picked to finish 5th within the division. Did you guys use that as fuel or bulletin board material throughout the year?
All day, every day. all day, every day. It wasn't a moment that I didn't remind them of it, and again, and rightfully so, because again, I thought, again, I know a lot of teams had a lot of young guys coming back, majority of their teams coming back, and we lost some guys, but we still had guys that took us where we were last year to have a winning season, and again, to be able to play in this SWAC championship, and again, fell short. And then to get voted, where we were at the beginning of the year, I used that fuel. I used that all year long with these guys, and I'm still using it.
And no need to rehash what happened to you guys the last time you faced Florida A&M, but I do have to ask, leading up to the game this Saturday, are you guys revisiting that film from that game? And if so, what has that felt like going through that review?
Yeah, we have. And again, I want them to see it. I want them to feel it, because again, I want them to understand that, first half of football, that was them. The second half, I don't know who that was. And I told them at the end of the game, I mean, you guys are like 2 total different teams. We can't be that second half team that we played against Florida, the Rattlers last time. We got to be that first half team, for 4 quarters of football. And again, if you go out and do what you're asked to do, we can be that football team again. We just, that second half, we pointed out all the mistakes and bad play that they did. And anytime you do that against a good team or okay team, bad things gonna happen for you. Good things gonna happen for that opponent. Coach Simmons said it again. You ain't hitting those gaps where you're supposed to. Making those tackles, and then boom, next thing you know, it's a touchdown. And shoot, man, that second half, of that game last time was bad. We make sure that that they know that, because again, they can't do that again against a good team like this.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Last 2 questions. Doc Holliday goes next. All right, we'll go to.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to get my phone. Coach McDowell, Doc Holliday, HBCU Overdrive. How you doing this morning? I'm doing good. So tell me about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I picked you to finish first in the West this season, as my preseason pick. But tell me about how you tell your defense these last 3 games. Basically, what the outcome of your defense from the last 3 games. Tell me what you let us know what you told them during that 3 game stretch run.
It's nothing different than that we've been telling them all year long. Again, it's just those guys, now just they understand that they just got to go out and make the plays. I mean, they're there, but again, you being there and not making the play is totally different than you being there and making the play. So again, they just got to go out, and make the plays that they're capable of making. Coach Rock has done a phenomenal job getting these guys in position along with the others, his assistants. These guys are preparing. They prepare hard every week. And again, as I tell guys, I'm like, the coaches are here, day in, day night, preparing, getting guys ready to be in position, putting you guys in position to make plays. Now, who's gonna be that guy? Who's gonna go out? Who's gonna make that play? To help us be successful. And again, we put it to them. We put the challenge to them, man. Like, hey, you got to make the tackles. You got to have, the gaps that you're supposed to have. You got to have that coverage that you're supposed to have. All these things that you must do in order to win a defensive battle against not only against a good team like Coach Simmons has over the route, but any team. And again, you can not do it. And talk about it later, what I should have done and how I could have done it. And as opposed to you do it right the first time and hopefully, some good things will follow behind it. But again, I mean, these guys know what we expect of them, and they have to just go out and do what we ask them to do, being in position to get ready to make a play.
Appreciate you taking my question, Coach.
Last question goes to Terrence Harris.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, I want to talk to you just real quick about Keyshawn Johnson and just find out kind of what has he meant to your defense?
Man, he's been in the world. Again, he's one of them dudes that, again, very smart, very verbal, and that's what you want in a linebacker, guys. And you guys, again, it's nothing I'm telling you guys that you don't already know. That's what you want, man. You want a leader in the middle, on that defense that can get the front lined up, that can turn around and get the secondary lined up, and to his left, to his right, get his two partners lined up, and get ready to make plays, and it's about communication with him, man, and that's what you want in a guy like Keyshawn. Always communicating, always getting guys lined up, in order for us to be successful. And as I say, I keep reiterating, if you have a guy like that in the center of your defense that can do that, it makes it much more successful that, good things are going to happen when everybody's communicating and all on the same page.
What about him kind of away from football? I mean, what kind of young man is he?
He when he first got here, he was very shy. I mean, he didn't say a whole lot, but now, man, he's opening up. He's very comfortable with talking trash. Which is really surprising to me. To hear him talk trash. And he and Trezon, I mean, they're really good buddies. And man, he's the type of guy that will, even call Trezon out. During practice. Throw a bad ball or bad read, he'll call him out, man, like, hey, man, what are you doing, man? Like, you suck, man, you suck. You don't throw the ball like that. So, and that's what I love about it. And Trezon takes it, they're best of buddies, and they try to improve on it. Trezon do the exact same thing with him. Like, he'll tell him like, hey, because, Trezon, when he tucks it and take off running, it ain't too many gonna catch him. And, I remember one specifically, I think last week or a couple of weeks ago, Trezon, wide open, and he just took it and ran, and he was just holding the ball out in front of Keyshawn's face, like, come get me. So it's a little thing. Yeah, it was little things like that. Those two been having fun with, and then making each other better. But like I said, he's becoming more and more verbal with the defense, opening up more just outside of the football as well. And again, that's what we want. We want these guys to be able to talk, not only on the field, but out when they're out, just with each other, getting to know one another.
And what about him as a playmaker? I mean, what stands out to you there?
Again, in order to be a playmaker, you got to know what you're doing, and he's a film study. He studied film for lot. So, and this is why he made plays, because he knows what to do, he knows when to do it, he knows when to take chances, and when not to. And that's all marks of a good football player. I mean, and he's gonna do that. I mean, it's one thing he's gonna do. You know, he's gonna watch film and know what's going on to put himself and other guys in position to get ready to make a play, you know, to be successful, you know, to help this team win.
For sure. Okay, thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. And good luck this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right, my man.
Coach McDowell, we sincerely appreciate your time. Look forward to catching up with you this weekend.
All right. I just want to tell Coach Salmon I'm not bringing a pound cake this time.
Appreciate it, Coach. All right. Thank you, all of our media participants on our call. We will get this call processed on Zoom. We'll send it out here momentarily. As always, thank you for your participation on our coaches' media sessions throughout the season, and we look forward to seeing each of you this weekend at the championship game. Thank you so much. Have a great day.